It's that backhand aggression again that gets Dimitrij Ovtcharov out of the blocks. So crucial in the match earlier against Janjika.
And that's something what I found out also Marlon was doing pretty well already in the first game, first match against Timo Boll, and what Janjika was really missing to do, attacking on the half-long service of his opponent. And Marlon will try to force this ball directly into the body of Dimitrij Ovtcharov.
What a block that was.
Down the line as well, which very effective. He played down the line very effectively against Janjika, did Ovtcharov.
And that rally was a little bit here and there with a few nets and a few wee tricky bits and bobs, but Dimitrij Ovtcharov was completely settled, completely at ease. He dealt with that very well.
And he started with a forehand short return on the service of Marlon. That was the crucial point where the rally started to be really open.
And already within the first 4 points, second service sequence here, he's changing it up, Dimitrij Ovtcharov.
The topspin from Marlon just kicked the ball slightly. We'll see it on the replay. Here's the topspin. Ball jumps a fraction and it hits the top edge of Ovtcharov's bat, and there it goes up into the roof of this magnificent Yogi gymnasium.
Oh, the speed of Marlon over the table, that is ferocious.
And again, it started with this half-long service of Dimitrij Ovtcharov, and Marlon was trying to attack directly. Dimitrij was there, but the body tension of Marlon kept in the same direction and gave him the possibility to use the power of Dimitrij Ovtcharov again against him. A little bit like boxing it was.
Strong. Fast play from Marlon, 3-3.
Backhand to backhand, Marlon coming out on top.
And that's surely something that Dimitrij Ovtcharov will have to try to stop, is the sheer speed, the steam train when Marlon gets going.
The returner serve there, misread the spin, came under a no spin, maybe slight top spin serve, pops up in the air, and look at that placement, right down the middle of the table. The flick there just caught the top of the net off the sideline.
And Marlon is forcing Dimitrij Ovtcharov to play his forehand game above the table. And that's something really Dimitrij Ovtcharov did improve a lot, but still there's something he's struggling with from time to time.
That's good play. Pushing Marlon away from the table. As Sushin looks on. Different pace there on the backhand topspin.
Yeah, and again this time he started a good forehand return after the service of Marlon. And then not only fast, spin the ball, find the placement there.
Just took it a fraction too early, top edge. Just a quick point, Richard, I'm just very interested. I'm looking at the benches, Janjika's gone, he's preparing himself. And yet Timo, very relaxed, sat there on the bench, supporting. It's how he normally prepares.
I think that's really something very, very individual. Janjika is probably also, together with the second coach of the Chinese team, Ash, the German coach, would be also ready for Timo. But I think Timo is somebody who can keep the focus very easily, and he will start moving when he really feels it's about time.
Well played. Ovtcharov, that topspin down the line was very effective. We'll see it again on the replay. First one on the diagonal. That's the one that goes down the line. Beautiful shot right on the baseline, the sideline, sorry, I should say.
Big point here in game one. Just overshoots it there, Dimitrij Ovtcharov.
This is overpowering, exactly. You've mentioned that, and especially there from the middle. If you play the backhand, you have to find the right position, not with the hand, but especially with the legs. And there he really a little bit lost the place.
8-6.
This was a chance.
Service back with Ma Long now, 2-point advantage. Just not flowing as much, and Ma Long shutting him down really, as he's given him no chance to really flow and find his rhythm.
Also, I'm not 100% sure if this, after this flick, this backhand ball from Ma Long was on purpose a bit slower, but it really surprised Dimitrij, who was expecting a fast ball into his backhand.
Did well there, Ovtcharov. The backhand down the line from Ma Long was well anticipated. Took the counter topspin on.
Jörg Roskopf on his feet.
7, 9.
It's been a good start though from Ma Long. He looks hungry in this first game. Uncharacteristic error though. Was that serve drifting long? I think it was. He just misread it maybe?
Yeah, I think maybe he was expecting a little bit more side spin, up spin. Looked like it was a little bit more side spin, down spin, and he didn't bend the knees perfectly enough. That's the reason why he missed that shot.
Well played. Ovtcharov, good service. In behind the serve. 9 points each.
How will Ovtcharov be psychologically here, emotionally? Such a big win in the first one. He's come into this one though well.
Yeah, but the main thing is he will stay hungry, he's staying focused. I think he didn't lose too much energy against Tang Yike in the way of that he was celebrating too much his win. He's inside, he's ready to beat Ma Long here.
Oh, he stepped into that backhand. That was an incredible straight-on sort of approach to give him the control against the spinny opener from Ma Long. And somehow, Dimitrij Ovtcharov finds himself here with the game point. He snuck right back into it.
Oh, big chance there for Ovtcharov. A super backhand. He stepped round to play the forehand. Here he goes. That could have been a winner.
Yeah, and he went it upright. He was surprised about the amount of speed Ma Long was getting back. I think he thought, I have him already. And that's exactly when you start thinking, that's the mistake. He should keep low with the body.
And so 10 points each. Alternate serving. First player to win 2 clear points.
Ma Long's taking the initiative against the drifting serve again. How often have we seen the drifting serve being eaten up by the Chinese players? Now it's Ma Long with his first game point.
Game point, China. The backhand off the side of the table from Ovtcharov. Ovtcharov did well there. He gave himself a chance. He had a game point. But it's first game for Ma Long, 12 points to 10.
Great resilience there, though, from Ma Long. He was brought back to 9-all by Dimitrij Ovtcharov, who battled hard, and he saved a game point, Ma Long. The world number 2 showed great strength and resilience to take the first game 1-0. So we're ready for action, game 2.
And Ma Long
Second game.
again
China
wins
to
by
serve.
the
Level.
narrowest of margins.
Did you see how calm Dimitrij Ovtcharov stayed and how much movement Ma Long did all together, and still Dimitrij Ovtcharov gave him one more time the block and the deep forehand.
Incredible timing for that one.
Play, please.
And a little bit of side
Not
spin
one.
to boot to take it out wide. Great start.
Oh, nice change from Ma Long. Look at the hesitation in Dimitrij Ovtcharov. Ma Long's gone short into the German player's forehand. Good change up.
Good flick. If we see this in slow-mo, that's really a speciality of Ma Long. Closing the ball, attempting to play the ball short. In the last moment, he's closing the racket. This is what we call very often a Ma Long flick.
Yeah, he comes in with the racket open. You think he's going to push, and at the last minute, he turns his wrist, and it's a flick return. Too much power there. Ovtcharov doing his best to get that backhand down the line, but the power from Ma Long was too much, even for Dimitrij Ovtcharov.
Fantastic change in the technique, though, from Ma Long. He has the short, fast forehand to counter the power from Dimitrij. Then, when he has the opportunity, Ma Long just explodes the body with the longer stroke. Incredible play. Don't you just love table tennis that one rally you can have power, 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 and then next rally you have touch, finesse.
And that's something we didn't see too often from Dimitrij Ovtcharov. This 2 times short, and then on the half-long ball, not going for the powerful ball, but to the spinny ball down the line. Very good.
The short serve to the forehand, and then right across the table, the widest angle possible. And Ma Long now with a 4-2 lead.
In case of return, it's about Dimitrij Ovtcharov has to be a little bit more aggressive. Maybe not only putting the ball short or long in the backhand of Ma Long. Why not once a while to push the ball deep in forehand or flick even into the deep forehand of Ma Long?
Good service. Good disguise. The return from Ma Long popped up. But Ovtcharov immediately capitalized on the opportunity.
This was nice. This is really one of the trademark shots of Ma Long. Whenever he has the chance to attack on a slower topspin, we remember especially the slower topspin in the first game from Timo Boll, this backhand topspin down the line. He's so powerful, difficult to get him away from the forehand topspin there.
And it's a shot that not many people can master in terms of levels of consistency. You see a lot of players just sort of flashing at a counter topspin in that situation and missing by miles. Ma Long seems to get it right time and time again.
Ovtcharov there throwing that ball up, little pace on the ball. He did well to keep it fairly low over the net, a lot of topspin. Ma Long came in and took on the counter topspin unsuccessfully. 5-4. Ma Long with his second serve to come.
Did you see him step in and take the pressure? Nobody's done that recently against the Ma Long topspins, and that gave him the opening. Wonderful.
We were talking about before about the power. Who has the power? Well, Dimitrij Ovtcharov, I think, answered the question there. He's certainly equal to Ma Long in the topspin versus topspin rallies so far.
This is unbelievable, the way they play these two right now. This is about placement, about speed, about variation.
Look at this. He's fishing his arms completely straight. He's nearly on the ground. He's given it everything here.
He actually
Both
lengthened
players.
his grip there. He's shoved the bat higher on his hand to stretch that little bit further.
Drama.
The backhand topspin.
5.
A brave shot to go for, but he just went for too difficult an angle.
And the team there on their feet. They've won the men's team the last 6 years. You have to go back, sorry, 6 times. You have to go back as far as 2000 to Kuala Lumpur when Sweden took the title. But look how much it means to them. They're on their feet.
Play, please. 7, 5.
Marlong now with a 2-point lead and 2 serves to come. Oh, the chop block
8, 5.
came down on it, maybe a little bit of side spin as well. That's a really incredible shot in this situation, Marlong. A shot we've not seen before in this match. The backhand drive, the backhand hit from Ovtcharov just caught the top of the net, flicked it off the end of the table. 9-5.
And don't I tell you something? Also, I've seen Marlong quite some time, and he's known for having this powerful topspin, but especially in this overall match, he also shows that he has very good control of the backhand.
And this time the slow topspin from Marlong. The service, second bounce was over the white line. Marlong lets it come to him, drops, spins up, and the excessive topspin wins him the point. 5 game points.
If Marlong does win this, he's been on fire for 2 games. Dimitrij Ovtcharov, he's like a boxer on the ropes right now.
Yep, right now, and it was 5-5 and then 6 points in a row for Marlong, giving him a 2-0 lead at 2-1 for China versus Germany.
Look at the motivation on that team, Team China in red. Marlong, big effort, but so far so good. What can Dimitrij Ovtcharov do now to stop this powerful machine that Marlong has become in this match?
I think the main thing is he should forget about these last games that he lost there. He should try to really start directly new. Think about the game starts 0-0. I have to concentrate now point by point. Don't think I'm 2-0 down. Whenever you are doing this, then you start to be maybe missing some easy balls. The main thing is try to find your focus, and that's what Jörg Roskopf for sure was talking to him in the break.
Service long. Marlong read it, and he's round in with that forehand topspin. What I find quite interesting here, there must be a lot of people thinking, who is the best Chinese player? Who's the best player in the world? Well, when you look at the Chinese setup here, Zhang Jike, world and Olympic champion, Zhu Jin, #1 in the world, and yet Marlong's taken the key role. He's playing the quick singles in this final, and I think we're seeing now why Liu Guoliang had the faith in Marlong. He's responding incredibly well to the responsibility of being the #1 Chinese player today. And interestingly enough, when Zhu Jin played at the end, he pointed to the #1 on the back of his shirt. I just wonder whether there's a little bit of rivalry within the Chinese camp. But one thing for sure, Dimitrij Ovtcharov is playing outstanding, and yet Ma Long is just playing superbly.
Exactly, because Ma Long, to my point of view, is really showing that he's also able to keep some pressure. We shouldn't forget Ma Long inside the Chinese team is known for playing on a very, very high level. But 2010 in the final, he lost to Timo Boll. We had the Asian Games or Asian Championship where he lost to Kishikawa in a very, very crucial match. He didn't make it as a single player to the Olympics. He was, in brackets, only the number 3 there. So it was really the question, when will be Ma Long really be the number 1? So far, he was really not known for keeping the pressure all the time, but so far here, he's doing very well.
So
Ma Long at his best.
Absolutely, and a point to prove, to pick up your thoughts there, guys, absolutely. And he's certainly not changing gears down the way. If anything, he's keeping it in top gear here, Ma Long, and he's got the serve 2-0, 2-0.
An error there from Ovtcharov. Did ever so well in that rally, moved the ball around well, created the opportunity, and then there'll be nobody more disappointed than Dimitrij Ovtcharov at missing that last shot.
And Dimitrij Ovtcharov is playing unbelievably well. But how difficult, guys, to beat more than one Chinese player in any one day or any one tournament.
Whoa!
Oh, my word!
This was like made up like a chess player. Unbelievable. He was really expecting this flick to the deep backhand. He was turning around and play the ball down the line. If you want to play this shot down the line, you have to be not fast, you have to be a bullet.
That's the fastest forehand I've seen this week. And that's the second fastest forehand I've seen this week.
You just beat me to it.
Unbelievable display. Dimitrij Ovtcharov's going to have to dig deep. But what I was saying, guys, you know, Dimitrij's done unbelievable to take out Janjika. But in any one day, in any one tournament, to have to beat 2 or 3, to your point, Don, the lineup is just unbelievable from the Chinese team. Really, really tough. We've only seen the likes of Waldner and Zamzanov, Timo Boll at times. Ovtcharov can't do it, of course, there's no doubt, but it is a tough ask.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the last one to beat 3 Chinese players in a row was 2005, Timo Boll in the World Cup in Liège. And it's so difficult after you've beaten one, like as Dimitrij Ovtcharov was doing. There's still quite some good players around, as Xu and Ma Long is.
Again, if I had to look at this match, I think he had that game point in the first game.
You get one very
pivotal
good point.
moment, pivotal moment.
Yeah.
There is nothing now, I don't think, that can stop this machine that's gradually gained momentum. Ma Long, 6-1.
And really interesting to see the Chinese team won 3-0 all the way through. To see them being tested, to really see their capabilities at the very highest level. That's what we want to see in sport. That's what we want to see in global table tennis.
And I think that's also the reason why the Chinese team was preparing so well. They knew they were better than many of the other teams, but against Germany they have to have this extra concentration. And this is what happens right now. Also, you feel the momentum is drifting away for Dimitrij Ovtcharov. You feel that you start miss some balls. You feel Ma Long is playing at his best.
And it certainly is. Thank you to all the fans around the world who have sent in messages through the Facebook page, and IGTF Facebook and Twitter. There's more to come later on, remember. The women's final will follow later on this evening.
Then I tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, 2091, this is the masterpiece of Ma Long.
He's responded to being given the lead role for the Chinese team by his coach. He's played outstandingly well, 3-0 against Timo Boll, and now 3-0 against Dimitrij Ovtcharov, the man on the screen, the hero of the day. Well done, Ma Long.
And it's not over yet. It's just clipped the net there, I think. Steady, Ma Long. He almost sprinted around the venue there.
One more time, Dimitrij Ovtcharov did great. Unbelievable good match against Janjika. And also a very, very good start against Ma Long. But Ma Long was really having the better answer all the time.
third game by 11 points to 2, confirmed on the screen. China, the champions, the better team win, but Richard, what a great effort by the German team.
What a great effort there. I think they were really having a plan behind their ideas, and they're doing really pretty well all together. We remember this match from Dimitrij, how he overpowered Zhang Dike, and he was really trying so hard also against Marlon. Timo Boll did well. Patrick Franziska will get some extra experience, and I think in the future we will see more close matches between China and Germany. But all my congratulations at this moment to China. Germany did well. China simply at this moment still the better team.
Unbelievable stuff here. Hope you've enjoyed the coverage. Certainly enjoyed being here for this match. So for this one, I'll say goodbye. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget the women's team comes on later. But for me, Johnny Cowan, Saranara.
And from me, John Parker, all the best.
And from me, Richard Browser.